10 battles that changed history forever. Number 10. Marathon. In 490 BC, the Persians set out to punish the Athenians for their support of the Ionian Revolt. Their massive army, led by King Darius, marched into Greece and laid siege to the city of Marathon. The Athenians, outnumbered 2-1, were desperate, so they turned to the gods for help. And in a brilliant move, they convinced the Persian king that they had abandoned their city and were fleeing to the south. Darius fell for it and sent half of his army to pursue the retreating Athenians, only for them to turn around and defeat the Persians at the Battle of Marathon. This Greek victory not only saved Athens, but also prevented the Persians from conquering Greece and possibly the entire Mediterranean. Number 9. Hastings. In 1066, the English king Edward the Confessor died, leaving no direct heir. And so a group of nobles chose William, Duke of Normandy, as the new king. But another claimant, Harold Godwinson, son of the English nobleman, took the throne with the support of the people. William wasn't happy about this, to say the least. So he assembled an army and crossed the English Channel to challenge Harold. The two armies met at the Battle of Hastings, where William's men, including the legendary archer Robin Hood, defeated and killed Harold, ending Anglo-Saxon rule in England and establishing the Norman dynasty. Number 8. Waterloo. In 1815, Napoleon Bonaparte, who had been exiled to the island of Elba, escaped and returned to power in France. He went on to win several battles against the coalition forces, but his final confrontation was at Waterloo. There, despite being outnumbered, Napoleon and his troops fought fiercely against the British, Dutch, German, and other allied forces. But in the end, he was defeated and forced to abdicate, ending his reign and the Napoleonic Wars. 7. Stalingrad. The Battle of Stalingrad was a turning point in World War II. It was one of the longest and bloodiest battles in history, lasting over 6 months and resulting in the deaths of more than 2 million people. The German army, led by General Friedrich Paulus, advanced deep into Soviet territory, eventually reaching the city of Stalingrad. The Soviets, led by General Vasily Chuikov, defended the city tenaciously, inflicting heavy casualties on the Germans. Eventually, the Germans were forced to retreat, which marked a turning point in the war, as it was the first major German defeat and the beginning of their eventual downfall. 6. Gaugamela. In 331 BC, Alexander the Great of Macedon faced off against the Persian king Darius III at the Battle of Gaugamela. The Macedonian army, known for its superior training and discipline, was smaller than the Persian army, but they were able to use their cavalry and archery skills to outmaneuver and defeat the Persians. This decisive victory not only made Alexander the master of the Persian Empire, but also opened up trade routes to India and China. For more epic historical tales, stay tuned. And now back to our history hot tip. Number 5. Cannae. In 216 BC, the Roman and Carthaginian armies clashed at the Battle of Cannae during the Second Punic War. The Carthaginians, led by Hannibal Barca, were outnumbered, but they used their superior military tactics to encircle and destroy the Roman army, killing or capturing over 80,000 Roman soldiers. This was the worst defeat in Roman history, and it took years for Rome to recover. 4. Alesia. In 52 BC, Julius Caesar's forces besieged the Gallic chieftain Vercingetorix in the town of Alesia. The Gauls were eventually forced to surrender, giving Caesar control of Gaul. This victory not only made Caesar a war hero, but also helped him gain power in Roman politics, eventually leading to his dictatorship. 3. Actium. In 32 BC, the forces of Octavian and Mark Antony clashed with those of Cleopatra and her lover, Mark Antony, at the Battle of Actium. Octavian's victory ended the rule of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, which had lasted for almost 300 years. And it also gave Octavian control of the eastern Mediterranean, making him the most powerful Roman leader of his time. 2. Lepanto. The Battle of Lepanto was a naval battle between the Ottoman Empire and a coalition of European powers. The Ottomans were defeated, which ended their naval dominance in the Mediterranean and prevented them from invading Europe. 1. Midway. The Battle of Midway was a turning point in the Pacific War. The Japanese and American forces clashed over control of the Indian Ocean. Despite being outnumbered, the Americans were able to defeat the Japanese, inflicting heavy losses and crippling Japan's ability to wage war, eventually leading to their surrender. Which battle do you think was the most important? Let us know in the comments.